What's going on YouTube? Crypto Matrix here, coming at you with another cryptocurrency stream. And guys, the Bitcoin price is still falling down out of that ascending wedge into a new descending wedge. When are we going to get a big breakout here? Guys, it looks like it could actually happen any time now. We've gotten a big rejection off of the top of the pattern, and we're just touching it again right now. Are we going to get a breakout, or are we going to go further down the channel? And guys, I wanted to show you guys all the epic comments from all of the traders that have been watching my page and students. Guys, check it out. Here's one from Alex. He's one of my students. Did my first 20x leverage on that last call, man. Great video, broski. I definitely like the trade alert videos. Here's another one, guys. Dan Welsh, breakouts to the downside. Man, that turned into a long descending wedge. Riding the short, but thinking about taking profit right now. Hate leaving open while I sleep. I hope you did take profit, because I think we're going to break to the upside, bud. And then one more. Jeff Snyder. I actually nailed this, bro. Still sitting in profit, up 30% with 10x. Let's go, student army. Guys, if you're looking to become a better trader, I teach students how to navigate the trading minefield, which is cryptocurrency. And guys, my win ratio is extremely high, guys. We are just having a blast. We're making profits every single day. And guys, if you don't know how to make those profits every single day, that's exactly what I'm offering in my class. I do suggest that now the minimum of 5 hours. We do have up to 40 hours of course material for you, but the first 5 hours are absolutely pivotal in replicating what we do. And honestly, guys, hour one, you're going to feel it right out the gate, just that you're going to make some money here with what I teach you. Guys, you know, it's a once in a lifetime opportunity. Cryptocurrency and the way it's evolving, you just want to make as much profit as you can. And guys, I wanted to go over several different charts today, including Electroneum, Ethereum, and Bitcoin, and what's going to happen in the price action, and then talk about some potential news on where the price action could be going. And guys, if that sounds good to you, be sure to subscribe, like, and I'm going to dive right into the price action. Okay guys, so as you can see, we had this giant horizontal triangle or descending wedge. I guess it depends how tight you look at it, but in general, we did break out of it to the upside, so the target is measured all the way up here, but we didn't quite hit it. We started another ascending wedge here, okay, which they do tend to break to the downside. So you notice tends to break to the upside, tends to break to the downside, and lo and behold, we did both. Okay, so the target for this one out of the breakdown again didn't quite get hit. So that's why I'm saying, guys, we kind of have to watch right now. We're at a pivotal moment right now. We've been riding this wedge down. In my last video, I made the wedge right here, and yes, it's widened a few times, just to be transparent with you guys. For instance, we can tighten that up a little bit right there. But for instance, we broke over it over here, okay? Overbought for a minute there, but then broke back down. But what's nice is we didn't ride it down the channel. For instance, we're putting in a higher low, higher low. So this is a good sign that we might get a breakout here in the next few hours. And if so, guys, I'm going to be riding along as high as possible. And you got to understand the projection could be from the back of the wedge to the bottom of the wedge. Or if it's extremely volatile move, for instance, you could measure from the top of the wedge down to base of price action, which the target would be all the way up here at the top of the wedge. So for instance, there's going to be, you know, a birth for sure. And I think we'll either get some good volatility pumping back in the market, and we will pump up and see that target, in which case it could land anywhere, you know, over here somewhere. That's probably where I'd project it to be, guys. Okay, but you kind of got to watch and see how, if we get the breakout, how strong it is, if we get some volume back in the market. Okay, so for instance, when we had this big sell-off here, a lot of strong volume that pushed the price right back down. But hopefully we can get some strong volume back in the market and push the price back up and hopefully hit the target right up here. And you got to think, guys, we still have this big target up here. I'm going to go to a different chart just to show you a slightly different analysis. Okay, now what you guys see right here, if you don't understand what you're looking at in charts, probably just looks like a bunch of gobbledygook. But in reality, guys, there's a lot going on in the price action here. Okay, so even within this giant wedge, we're just going to talk about the recent one, okay, because I've been over this in the last few videos, and my students are all up to date on everything that's gone over in the last week or so. But in this just descending wedge here, this could almost be interpreted as a bear flag or another ascending wedge, in which case they both tend to break to the downside. So I would go as far as to say it's an ascending wedge just because of how it broke. It wasn't super aggressive. You know, if it would have been, you know, bear flag, we could have seen a much more aggressive move, aka a breakout to the downside through this bottom wedge here. Okay, so again, a really great sign that we got a bounce right there. Guys, I took a long right there. I know that's kind of risky, I won't lie, but I like to play off of my patterns as well as my breakouts because I believe in what I'm doing. That's just something that comes with experience and time and understanding. Okay, so again, guys, I'm watching to see if we get a breakout right here. If we do, that is a great sign to go long if you're not already. And say like you went long down here and, you know, we don't break through, you know, that's a good sign to take profit. Okay, and if we do break through, hold that long. Hold it as long as you can. Guys, it's about locking in profits, not only that, but getting as much profits as you can. And you got to understand the difference between when you're being greedy and when it's time to cash out. Okay, so guys, that's exactly what's going on in the Bitcoin price, but let's take a deeper look at it real quick. Let's go to the daily time frame. Okay, guys, so we're on the daily time frame here, and basically what I have laid out for you guys right here is the gains, the declines, the gains, and the declines. Now let me elaborate that. So for instance, from the bottom back in, you know, mid-December, took 28 days approximately, and around 143% plus $24,000 over, you know, 28 days there. So a big gain, big gain. Okay, and that took around 28 days. Then we had a breakdown. Okay, to its lowest point was 14 days, 31%. So I know a lot of you are horrified right now with just how the price is moving. You know, for instance, not moving straight up. And for a lot of people just getting into crypto, they're getting that really big dose of that roller coaster feeling already. And you know what? That's good because they're going to need it in this world. They're going to need it to survive. So anyway, the experienced crypto users are used to these kind of moves. We've seen this many times. We can expect 8 or 9 of these in this bull cycle. Okay, and we've already had many. So for instance, from that bottom to the next top, 30 days, 102%. Okay? So the question rises, are we going to be on a 14-day down cycle here, or is it going to be a little bit longer? Could it be, you know, 15 or 16 days, or could it be shorter? For instance, for what I have laid out right here is a box of projection. Okay, so for instance, if we took the measurement from peak, okay, down to the bottom of this box and the end of it, that's around 32% and 14 days. Okay, so that's basically mimicking the last drop off. Now guys, we obviously did get a bounce, you know, right here at around 26%, okay, 7 days. The question arises, is this just gonna continue, you know, bounce up, bounce off of the resistance, and then go back down? Are we gonna go down further? For instance, is this gonna be elongated, or are we gonna, you know, continue to pressure up? So for instance, the reason I think that hopefully, you know, we're getting a bounce and we're actually going to start moving up right now is because of this horizontal triangle. Okay, and the projection for that is measured right there to there. Okay, then we take it at the point of breakout, and that leaves us all the way up here, almost matching the top of the pattern here. Now, for instance, that's what this green box is right over here, okay? That's my target. Okay, now based off projection, if we actually do get a strong breakout right here, I think we will end up in this target. And I've had this target laid out for about 2 weeks, guys. That's how strong technical analysis is, okay? You analyze every time frame, okay? You start with the bigger ones, you move down, and basically the bigger the time frame, the more of a solidified move it is. And that's where other indicators come into play, like the EMAs, the Bollinger Bands. These are all things I teach in my class. Okay, guys? So again, that would be the bullish projection. Again, if we just get above these trends, break out of this pattern to the upside, guys, we are in great shape. Okay? So let's see if we get a break right here. It will be pivotal if we're going to get a breakout. And if we get rejected right here and break through this big support zone, which these green boxes are basically the previous highs, okay? So around 40-some thousand dollars is where we had a big hill. So that's why there's a lot of support and resistance right here. Okay, so just even in this moment, it's like something's about to happen. We're either going to break out to the upside or we're going to break further down this wedge. Okay, guys, that is exactly what's going to happen. And basically, you can play it either way. Honest to God, you can. Like if it breaks up and you get a solidified close of over an hour closing, go long. If it gets a strong bounce, some volume comes in, bearish pressure. Even in the look for the candlesticks, look for the bearish engulfings. There's many indicators which indicate which way the price is moving, guys. Okay, so let's see where that breaks out. Let's see exactly what happens. And guys, I have a few other coins to go over. Let's talk about Electroneum. Okay, a lot of you guys are very interested in Electroneum. Extremely popular coin on my channel. Guys, I'm just going to dive right into it. Okay, check it out. Okay, so we've had many just obvious patterns here, which is very nice to see. Electroneum starting to really have some pattern formation, accurate analysis. For instance, a few months ago, it was a little harder to read, to be honest. And as we're starting to get these breakouts, it's starting to perform more like some other coins. We're starting to get some more general actions, and that's just really good to see. Makes it easier to read. Okay, so for instance, descending wedge, pumped out of it. Okay, if we measure the target, okay, pretty close, not quite hit. So the volatility hasn't quite come into Electroneum yet, guys. And you're going to notice that, for instance, all of these targets from the measurements are slightly past where they actually hit, all of them, okay, except for the most recent. And then we're going to get into that in a second. But anyway, we had a descending triangle here, which broke out to the downside. They do tend to break to the downside. I actually bought some more Electroneum right down here at 0.0085, guys. I want you guys to really understand I am very committed to Electroneum. I believe in it, guys. I've seen enough coins go from 0.00 something to $1. I'm not missing out, guys. I'm not going to be one. All right, so I bought some more right there. And guys, perfect buy. It shot up right after it. And then we formed another horizontal triangle. Now, guys, these could break either way. We did get the breakout to the upside, okay? So that's great news. But again, the target nowhere near hit. Even with this long wick up, I mean, we're still, that's some big percentages here. That's, 9 or 10%. That didn't quite hit, okay? And another horizontal triangle. But this one actually hit nicely. And if we take the measurement from top of wedge to bottom, or from top of pattern to bottom pattern to breakout point, that one actually perfectly hit, guys. So we're kind of looking for a new pattern to be formed right now. Or, for instance, this could turn into a bigger pattern. We got to just kind of see how it plays out. For instance, extend the line maybe move this down. We could end up in another big descending wedge, okay? We got to see how it plays out, okay, guys? But that's what I think is going on with Electroneum, guys. And if you can't see just how healthy this coin is, let me just make it real simple for you. All right, these were my buys back here. I was mining all in this stage here. And then this is our trend line. And then honest to God, guys, as long as we hold it, I'm very bullish, okay? Even short term, mid term, long term, okay, guys? This is looking great. This is some great healthy price action we've got going on Electroneum. I think we're just going to be moving up, guys. It's extremely exciting. This is epic. And guys, I wanted to talk about Ethereum. Okay, we're going to go to the hourly time frame first. Just check it out. And guys, we've been in this just big ascending wedge for a while. And a lot of people, are a little worried about Ethereum right now. They're concerned we're going to get a breakdown. For instance, if you pull up the EMAs, so for instance, let's zoom in right here, and then we see the EMAs come into play here. So the EMA 55 closed and the EMA 20. Now notice, once the EMAs had a strong cross up here at around $18,600 showing a top off, we did plummet down again, okay? About 30 some percent, 29%, guys. That's quite large, okay? So a lot of people got very scared right there. But guys, let's look back. And I haven't even measured this yet, but I already know. There's your 30% right there in a day. Okay, guys, this is just regular price action. Look at this. There's another one. Almost 30% in 2 days. Guys, understand there's a lot of volatility right now with Ethereum, and you have to play that into account. Okay, guys, so I think we're going to get a breakout pretty soon, but in reality, guys, we just got to stay in this pattern and hopefully we will break out to the upside. But right now, we got to wait for confirmations. Okay, so in simplicity, something I'm looking for just on the EMAs, EMAs are definitely a very strong indicator you guys can use. Basically, if we break above this EMA 20, the 20-day moving average, that is a very good sign that we are going to be moving up. For instance, when we did it back here in the beginning of February, that's when we pumped all the way up to $2,000. And that was a 51% pump, guys. So we're waiting for this cross. We want to see if we get another, if we kind of ride this up and then get a pump up, guys. That's exactly what we're looking for. And then, for instance, if you don't go long off of the bounce, you can wait for a confirmation of the EMA crossings. For instance, the 20 crossing the EMA 55. Here's an example right there for the short. And when you're looking for the long, it'll be the same kind of position, just looking for the yellow to cross the red. Okay, guys? And that's what I think is going on with Ethereum. Ethereum has a lot of good things for it, okay? It's definitely a very solid project, and I think there's a lot of good things coming to the space for sure, guys. You just got to be patient with this one, understand the volatility, and you're going to be just fine with it. And guys, one site I really like to go to a lot for my information is Cointelegraph, guys. If you're not using Cointelegraph, guys, you are missing out on really pertinent information in the cryptocurrency space. It's definitely a very solid tool. And I wanted to go over something that Greg Thompson wrote about 2 hours ago. It's Bitcoin's next top could be between 75K and 306K. That's done by Kraken Research, okay? Guys, that would be an extremely epic bull run. Okay, that would be amazing. Okay, and let's talk about if that actually plays out, where the bottoms could be, and let's talk about where the bottom could be if we don't hit those high numbers. Say like we only hit 75,000. Okay, where could the bottom be? Let's go over that right now. So analysis of Bitcoin price action dating back to 2011 suggests the coin price could next top out somewhere between 75,000 and 306,000. Based on one reading from Logarithmic Curve that connects historical tops and bottoms, a coin price of 75,000 would signal Bitcoin's entry into overbought territory, marking the end of its current bull run. Now guys, if you're not familiar with the logarithmic curve, let me bring that up for you real quick right here. Okay guys, so this is the Bitcoin logarithmic curve zone. Now what this means is we've had basically a pump up into this red zone, and that was basically our last peak, for instance, okay? At around $20,000. Okay, and then we broke down into the yellow zones. The green zones were your optimal buy times, obviously, guys. Okay, and then the talk is, are we going to bump up and hit the red zone again? That's what the logarithmic curve is. Okay, so for instance, if we hit that red box just even at the bottom, if we were to go straight up today, that would be $75,000. But guys, let's think for a second. Say like, this keeps moving up on its projection there. Okay, so for instance, moving up like that. Got to understand the price action is going to move. So I think minimally, we're looking at an 85,000. It can be even more than 75 at the minimal end. Okay, guys, so that's what we're looking for. And then if we get up to the top, you got to understand the price action could be way over $100,000. Okay, guys, and that's honestly what I actually think is going to happen. I think we're going to end up in this red zone somewhere before we get a blow off, and that's what I'm going to be looking for when I start to be doing more shorts than longs, instead of just using shorts in the retracement periods. Okay, that's how you have to approach these bull markets, guys. There's a lot more longing opportunities, obviously, and then when we get those retracements, those are your opportunities to do shorts. But I tell a lot of my early students when they just start, it is more dangerous doing shorts right now. It is. Okay, it just is. With the price pumping the way it is, the retracements are not as large. Your chances of getting liquidated as compared to when you're going short are much less. Okay, so again, guys, that's what I'm looking for on the logarithmic curve there. So analysis of historic price retracement throws up some even bolder predictions. All things being equal, if BTC were to continue along its current growth curve and then enter a retracement similar to prior market crashes, the next bottom would be somewhere around $30,000. Now, as you guys know, 6 months ago I was talking about the bottom being around 20. Guys, the volatilities came in. Even my projection has changed a little bit. Based on this proposed bottom, one can attempt to make predictions about the next market peak depending on the extent of the retracement. So were Bitcoin to retrace 70% during the current cycle, one coin price would have to reach a peak of 102,000 in order for that formation bottom to hit 30,000. Similarly, a 90% crash would place the next top at 306,000, while an 86% drop, the average retracement of previous market cycles, would imply an upcoming market peak of $221,000. Either way, states the report history would suggest Bitcoin remains far, far away from market top. And guys, I agree. I think we're in that retracement period right now. For instance, we just hit 58. We're pulling back for that 30-some percent, probably 20 to 30% maybe. 20 to 35 maybe, actually. And then I think we're going to pump up again. That's what I believe. Now, the way to know is if we continue to break down and we break 21,000, that's a problem. That's when I'm going to flip short-term bearish, guys. It's that simple. Okay, keep the trading game simple. If you get overloaded with too much, you're not going to make good calls, guys. Okay, so don't do that to yourself. And Kraken's research shows that March has also been a historically bad month for Bitcoin. And guys, we obviously know that. Like, let's be real. So with the coin price appreciating just twice during this period since it began trading in the past, March has on average underperformed February's growth by 11%, guys. And I'm not going to go back to the graph to show you guys all that one, but you can go back to last March. You can go back to the March before that. You can clearly see drop-offs in March, guys. It's, that's an obvious one to see. So there's a lot of talk. Are we going to go down to, the 30% here, or are we going to bump up? Did we just get the bounce? So guys, we got it, as we just, talked about, we have to analyze that descending wedge, see if we get the breakout, or see if we get rejected and start pushing back down the wedge. And that's your answer straight there. Okay, guys? So watch for those things in the price action. And guys, that's all the time I have for today. These are just biblical times in cryptocurrency, guys. It is just epic. Let's just be a little transparent here, guys. On my long yesterday, I even just made one BTC. That is freaking epic, guys. That's life-changing trades. Guys, when you learn your financial freedom, you can squeeze profits every single day. Leverage is just an amazing tool to make money. It's incredible, guys. If you're not into it yet, you really are just missing out. There's so much more than just buying and hodling. And once you discover this, you look back at the old way you looked at stocks and crypto and everything and just laugh. The gains we're getting in leverage is not comparable to anything else in the market right now. I mean, honest to God, I made more money in my first year leveraging than in my whole life. So guys, just let's be real here. Leverage is an amazing tool, guys. If you want to learn to leverage, guys, that is what I am teaching. Inbox me today at bitcoindeathstar@gmail.com, guys. I can't stress it enough. You won't regret it. We are having a blast, okay? Making money is so much fun. And guys, I'll be very real with you. Not everybody can do this. If it was easy, everybody would do it, okay? But so far, I've got a bunch of learned people. In my eyes, if you have a better than a 68% win rate, you should be making money in crypto. And a lot of people I've ran into so far, they're better than D students. So let's be real, guys. You're going to make money. I'm saying this to all my new clients, my first, second sessions. Yes, there's a vast sea of knowledge, guys, but you're already jumping off great. I'm already really proud of you guys. You're really absorbing well. And that's all you can ask for, guys. Understanding what you're looking at and reading the charts is the entire battle for reading charts, other than, your mental capacity. You got to be able to take the stresses of the volatility too. That's a big thing. So you want to be the Zen master, that's for sure. But guys, I really can't stress enough, look in the comments, check out what my other students are saying. They are all loving it, guys. It is just epic times. We're having a great time. I feel like some of these students are even just becoming friends. It's amazing. I'm having a blast. So guys, again, if you want to become a student, I can only take so many. Please hear that. I can only take so many. I'm responding to emails constantly at this point, and I'm trying to get as many of you guys in as I can, okay? Just be very patient with me. If you email me, give me a few days to get back to you. And if you send a payment in, for instance, again, give me a few days just to get back to you and give you the screenshot. Just be very patient. I'm a one-man show, but I'll take, excellent care of you guys, especially if, you're getting involved as a student there. But guys, again, that's all the time I have for today. These are just epic times in cryptocurrency. Remember, if you don't come from a rich family must come from you. And with cryptocurrency, I make it as easy as just riding that wave. Guys, I am Crypto Matrix. I will catch you guys later.